Listen, ain't nobody gonna wipe them tears, man. You better stay prayed up, put your scuba gear on, and dive, young nigga. You hear me? Help those who fuck with you, most definitely. Dive, young nigga. Ain't nobody gonna come save your ass. All that's cool and lovely. Ain't nobody gonna come save you. You sitting right there crying, get what? You crying by yourself, nigga. Look around, nigga. Look around. Who hear you, nigga? Nobody. Wipe that shit up, nigga. Put your motherfucking scuba gear on and go dive, nigga.
And you'll get to
never know what you might find.
You'll get to
a lot of people, they have vision, they have dreams and shit, but they don't put up no percentage or no effort trying to make that shit come to life. It's just like you being a workaholic, bro. It's like it ain't no telling where you end up in life. You know what I mean? Like you a workaholic and can't shit stop you or slow you down from getting your work done. It ain't no telling what you be in life. You know what I mean? Don't let your environment like determine or control what you're gonna be when you grow.
I don't give a fuck what your situation is. Nigga, you ain't the only one going through this shit. You ain't the only one that went through it. And you ain't the one that's going through it in the worst way. It's always somebody that's going through exactly what you went through 10 times over, 10 times harder. So I just want to say, don't take this shit personal, man. All my niggas, stay strong, man. And goddamn it, do the most uncomfortable things to change your situation, man. Sacrifice, go without. You got to do that kind of shit to change your situation, bro. And don't take it personal, because you're not the only person that had to do it. And believe, you feel me? Like, this shit ain't that hard, man. You got to just understand it's a game you playing. Once you understand this shit a game, and this shit ain't no coincidence, that this life shit is a real life game, like chess, like every fucking game that you gotta actually get to the finish line to get where you going. Once you look at life like that, you could do any fucking thing, bro.
You gotta sacrifice for what you want. If you don't never sacrifice shit, that means you ain't want shit. Literally. You gotta know for sure what you gonna sacrifice, and then just go shoot at whatever you trying to get, because you gonna get it. As long as you sacrificing something. As long as you got, see, this shit for me, it's like patience, sacrifice, and goddamn, basically that. Like for me, like to win, like the key to success, that shit really like sacrifice, patience, and consistency. As long as a nigga consistent, you gonna win, bro.
Man, shoot 10,000 shots every single day. You know, I think if you want to be great, you have to do everything that the greats have done and some, because times has also changed. So like, if you want to be as great as Jordan now, the players are even bigger and even stronger. So everything Jordan did, you need to do that times 10. You know, and if you're not willing to do that kind of work, if you're not willing to do something 10,000 times before you even see any progress or profit from it, you should walk away. Cause like that's like, it's gonna push you. And if you're not willing to do that, you're gonna break every time, and you're just gonna be miserable on the journey, because that's really what it takes. I think everything else falls in line. If you're willing to do that, nothing else will stop you. You know, you only lose when you quit. That's the only time you fail, is when you quit, when you walk away. As long as you keep hammering at it, you win. So it's really just shooting those 10,000 shots. Whoever is your favorite or you think is the greatest, go do exactly what they do, and then turn up on them. Do even more.
Discipline is a hustle, right? If you really want it, you got to stay prayed up and you got to work for it, right?
A lot of times it's the shit you don't do.
It's a lot of the shit that you don't do. It's the shit that you don't want to do. It's the shit you got to break through in order for the shit to go on autopilot. You feel what I'm saying? Cause when I first was selling dope, I didn't have it. I worked for it, bro. Imagine breaking a 3-5 down every day.
What is that to break down?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Just imagine but this the thing though. It's not a point of you breaking it down. You like, I don't have no money. But if I spend this last 45 and I can make 60, I got 15 and I got my 40 back. If I do that 3-4 times a day, I just ran up a 60. Ain't nobody gonna give me the 60, but if I work for it, I'm gonna make my 60. So when I made my 60 and turned this 3-5 into a quarter pound, and then I turned the quarter pound to a half an ounce. So when I sit here and tell a nigga, hey man, if you really want it, you got to start. But I ain't got it like you a woo-to-woo high start, nigga. With crumbs,
Yes.
made a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
You can make a loaf of bread. You just don't want to take the discipline to sit down to realize what it takes to make a loaf of bread.
Man, you gotta be
You want a
ugly.
loaf
I
of
be
bread
saying
right
it all the
now.
time, bro. It's like, you gotta get ugly.
It get ugly. Even people think money erase your emotions.
Look at all the work you put in to get all those opportunities. If you were sitting around waiting for a miracle to happen, you'd still be sitting there.
That's the point. You gotta go get what you pray for. Y'all niggas praying this shit. Like, I wish I can get a job. Dear Heavenly Father, help me find a job. And you sit in your house. But if you walk down the street, somebody might be coming by with a "we're hiring" sign. But if you'd have been sitting in the house, you would have never seen that. You see how faith works? Oh, but you think that's how my life is written out. I seen that coming. No the fuck you did. No the fuck you did. You see what I'm saying? You got to go get what you prayed for, bro. You dig what I'm saying? You got to be willing to open your ears and eyes to look at the signs. They be right there.
That's what you gotta do though. Like in anything you win, you gotta change. You know what I'm saying? Like some stuff or some ways or something you doing, it might be not as easy for you to change. You know what I mean? But as long as you know what you doing and you stay focused on what you got going on, everything, all the side tracks and all that, like it won't get the best of you.
Man, a product of the work. I know I'm always going to end up wherever I work. If I take a shovel and start digging, I'm gonna get a hole. Like that's just so everywhere I get to, I know it's due to my action. I did all the right things for the right shit to happen.
Eventually, some friends gonna fade away and some friends gonna stay. But you technically, like, if people are not on the same page as you in life, I think we have attachment problem.
Right.
We thinking people are supposed to be with us for the rest of our life. Hell no. Hell no. Listen, the reset button is A-OK. It's okay to hit the reset button. If shit ain't going good, hit the reset button. Change your surroundings. Change everything that you're doing, because maybe that's just God telling you, look, you're just going down the wrong path.
Right.
That's bad energy that's around you. So sometimes you just got to, that's really all you got to do is just stay prayed up, make sure that the people around you is not really like saying, like on the same page, just have a purpose in life.
Right.
God put something inside of you. If he put it inside of you, it's there for a reason. It will manifest. It will come out. Your only job is to get it out of you, right? It's got to go from being inside to outside. And you got to keep working on that until you do it. And no shortcuts. We don't want shortcuts. Take your season. Take your time. Take your steps. I told another girl this a couple weeks ago. We were in Atlanta, and she said, I've been working for a long time. I've been working for years, and nothing ain't happened. I'm ready for it now. I want to skip some steps. Like, I'm tired. I'm ready. And I said, but when you skip those steps, right? So when somebody building foundation, if they skip a step, what's going to happen to the house when you get it?
It will fall.
Honey, it's going to crumble, right? So I don't mind. You know, it took over 20 years for me to get here. I built a foundation for over 20 years. Look how big my house is. And it's sturdy. Honey, it's strong. Honey, this house got windows. Honey, it's very good. and I can add on to it whenever I feel like it.
Yeah.
So take your time. Enjoy your waiting season.
In my journal,
Right.
I just wrote, I'm exactly where I am due to my actions. Not my thoughts, not my ideas, but my actions. Everybody got thoughts and ideas, but you feel me? The only shit that exists is the shit that you do. Like,
You only get a hole
we
if you
all
start
shop
digging.
at Walmart because they built one.
Right.
Not because the nigga had an idea.
Take care of you. If you ain't good, you know what I'm saying, ain't nothing around you gonna be good. Just make sure your insides and your core and your internal self is pure, and everything else will flow. The world will flow with you, energy will flow with you, you know what I'm saying? Just be real, present, and in tune with yourself and the world. You alright.